Hey guys, Carl here, Bunny's Garage. Just gonna do a bit of I don't know, another shit video, I guess. Just take you for a walk around the bucket, show you where we're up to on it. Because, yeah, I've done a bit since I last did a video and I have no footage of it. Sometimes I was forgetting to turn the camera on, sometimes I was just getting into a groove and just, you know, getting shit done. And then there was a whole pile of footage that I have lost. I don't know whether this cool GoPro has just eaten it, or whether I downloaded it onto my laptop and it's gone missing. I don't know where it is, so I don't know what's happened. So we'll just do a bit of a catch up and we'll do a little bit of work today as well. Alright, see you shortly. Alright, back again. Like I was saying in the intro, I've lost a shitload of footage. I don't know where it's gone, whether it's user error, probably. Not too good with crap like this, but yeah, I actually think the GoPro might have eaten it. So there's a lot you've missed out on. I think last time it was still basically a bare chassis and I was going through sanding and what do you call it, epoxying all the old chrome work and sanding and primering and filling and just getting all that looking good. That is done, but I think last time you seen the bucket, I'm pretty sure it was still a bare chassis. It's not anymore. Whoa, why are you so close? Alright, the bucket's back on. I put the bucket back on last night. I had someone up here that would give me a hand. Just trying to lift it back on by yourself during the day is a bit of a hassle. It's not actually ready to stay on yet. It's still got to come off. But I need it on there at the moment, just to work, you know, get a bit of a plan for everything else. And then, you know, we'll get into it. But front end's all painted. Still need to get calipers re-kitted and that. But yeah, the front end's all painted and put back in. It's a metallic silver. Can't really see the metallic in it in the garage. Alright, so that's all done. Steering arm is back in, steering rack. Alright. Get all the diff back in. It's all the same silver. Alright, I've still got to put, what do you call it? Fucking yeah. No, I don't know. Brain's gone blank. Shocks. How can you not? But I've still got to get in some new shocks because the shocks that were in it were just absolute rubbish. I finally found out what shocks they are. Funnily enough, they're Hillman Imp front shocks. But anyway, diff's in. Alright, it's all painted. You can't, like I said, you can't really see the metallic in it. It turned out bloody good, if I may say so myself. Yeah, I'm quite wrapped with it. What else have we got? I'll get under there. All the brake lines are done now. Well, I'd say 90% done. Get you under there and you can have a look. There's a bit of a light on the diff. You still really can't see it. But it's quite metallic-y. Looks quite good. But anyway, I've got this brake line on. I'll still have to do the other side. I'll just run this one. Still haven't put the backing plates on yet, so it's not finished. But under here, you got the back brake line running up to the back, so you can soft line it from here. Got a new booster. Can't even get under the bloody. Alright. And we have all the brake lines still running here. Alright. Across to there to a new master cylinder. So that's all done. Underneath is done. I wanted to get this done so I could put the bucket on and do a few more. So I just had to make sure I had clearances everywhere and nothing was going to hit the bucket when it went back on. Alright, so all that's done and plumbed to where it needs to go. I just need to trim up lines and put the final, I can't fucking get out, put the final bits on there for the soft lines. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, all that's back in. So yeah, there were videos of doing things, but there ain't anymore. So that's pretty much it. There was a lot of sanding, a lot of primering, a lot more sanding, a lot of spot putty, you know, a lot of shit like this, which would have been boring anyway, so maybe it's a good thing that it all disappeared. But this is where we're up to now. Alright, so now that the bucket's back on, I can work out. I've still got to put a trans cooler in. I'll probably get a new one. Trans cooler. I'll redo the floor, because the floor, they've cut the floor out. It's got 2 bits of floor in it. There's another thicker one underneath this in here. There's a thicker bit and then a real thin bit on top, and there's nothing, no structure underneath this, so it's quite floppy, and that's where your foot's going to sit. Alright, so I'll redo the floor and sort of brace it up so it's not just flopping around, and run the floor nicely around the pedals and everything like that, and the dipstick. And then, you know, make up a bit of a tunnel to cover the trains. So yeah, but the whole idea of putting this is, fucking idiot, can't even talk. The whole idea of putting the bucket back on now is just to make sure all the brake lines are going to clear and that. Alright, and I've got to sort the wiring out. So I want to work out, I wanted the bucket on so I could work out where all the wiring's going to run for the headlights, which I still need to buy headlights. But yeah, you know, just work everything out so it all runs nicely down the side of the chassis, and I can P-clamp it all down there. But just work out where it's all going, where it's all running, and then mark where the P-clamps are going to go. Because once I've worked out where everything goes, the bucket will come off, the motor and box will come out, and then I can drill the holes for the P-clamps, clamp everything up nicely, and then put the motor back in and the bucket back on, and you know, carry on. So it's a bit of fucking around, but it's just the way I want to do it. It kind of works out. Otherwise, if you just guess everything, you're going to end up with a hell of a mess. What else? But here's all the wiring. Alright, and this is why I want to do the wiring. Alright, it's old. All the ends are all corroded and just, it's a mess, you know. You could probably salvage it if you really wanted to, but I'd rather start from scratch. You know, shit's been cut off and it's just a nightmare. And this is how they join the wiring, man. It's got fucking trailer plugs in there. So that's just all for the gauges. and then you got trailer plugs, and this is the rest of the loom. This nightmare over here. Can't even work out what the hell's going on. But see, there's the trailer plugs that plug into the other loom, and then you got, I guess this is all going towards the front to run the motor and your headlights and shit like that. And I think all this was under the seat somewhere, and then it's got another trailer plug down here. Just crap. And it used to run a generator on it, so you know, all this is just fucking rubbish. It's a mess. Alright, so I brought the cheapest one I could possibly get, and the most basic one because it's a tea bucket. Hey, doesn't have electric windows, doesn't have aircon, it's not going to have anything, you know, but here it is. Alright, it's a real basic wiring loom. It's an 8 circuit one. Alright, so you got all your fuse box here, your flasher, your relays, and everything's all named, you know, for what it's for. All your fucking stuff to go around the wiring. But it will just be a lot more basic, a lot cleaner, and you know, way better than this shit. So that's the next mission. Rip all this wiring out of here. There's more for the tail lights here, with a trailer plug there, which used to run into the bucket to plug into that other loom. So it's just a mess. Hopefully those gauges work, because I would like to keep them, because they are old, rough, just like the bucket, you know. Okay, the chassis all been done and that, but the bucket's still the same, and it's going to stay like that for a while until I get sick of looking at it and I'll pull it off again. But the plan is to get it up and running, driving, looking like this, and then but down the track I'll pull the bucket off again, clean it up, paint it. But I want to try and keep as much as possible at the moment of old shit, because the whole idea of this was you know, just to do it cheap, and it's starting to get not cheap now. Because I'm starting to get fussy on some things, and then once you do one thing nice, you got to do the fucking thing next to it, and you know, so I was sort of getting away from what I wanted to do. But it's still gonna end up a pretty cool bucket, I reckon. So yeah, anyway, that's where we're up to now. So I've still got the front brake lines. That one's run from the back up to here, and then it will be teed to go over to this side, and this is a piece I've already cut and just, you know, it's ready for when I work out where the rubber lines are going to start, soft lines are going to start. I might break it off of here, a shock. Yes, that is a shock. It's an old Morris Minor shock. But I might break it off of here and just run the steel lines to there, and then soft line from here to over there. Alright. So yeah, there's still a lot of just planning and just fiddly, annoying, boring shit, so you know, you're going to end up with a couple of boring videos, which will look, you know, not much different to my other videos. They're all kind of boring. I've scored another radiator, and made mine message me the other night, and he's got a radiator exactly the same as this, same surround, except his radiator's not all caved in here, and you know, hasn't got bits missing out of the core, like big chunks cut out of it, and so his one's a lot better than this. And by the looks of the pictures of the video that he sent me, you know, this has got a bit of rust. I think his one's a bit tidier, and it's got the cap, which I don't have. So when we go down the line in a few weeks, hopefully I'll be able to catch up with him and grab that off him. So that's awesome. He's a good man. So yeah, that's basically where we're up to. Just, yeah, I was just catching you up because, yeah, before I start doing a new video and start it, and you're like, hey, what's going on? It's nearly complete. Alright. So yeah, just a quick catch up. But my mission now is to clean up this garage a bit. Put away all this shit, all this old brake stuff that I've finished with. Like, you know, this is the old fucking master cylinder. Wouldn't have held brake fluid at all, would it? It was the old booster. It'd probably still work, but I got that one cheap as, so you know. So yeah, get into it. I still got to paint the headers, decide what colour I'm going to do them, whether they're going to be black, white, silver, I don't know. I kind of leaning towards white, even though they'll be a cunt to keep clean, and white discolours after a while with the heat. So maybe silver, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe you guys know. Maybe you guys care. You might be able to tell me what you think. Black, white, silver for the headers. Anyway, I'll finish this boring shit now, and get stuck into cleaning this shit up, and then next video will probably be just boring wiring and, you know, just going through, laying it all out and fun stuff. Alright, so just, hey, like I said, it's just a catch up, just so you know where we are. I've been doing other shit too. Knocked a hole in my garage wall into the woodshed and cleaned the wood out of here. So you got like a little workshop area now, a little drill press, grinder, bench, blah blah blah, time machine over here. So everything that you don't use all the time is out the way. I'm sick of tripping over shit. Rest of the shit's the same. A bomb site. But, alright, so we'll end this. Otherwise I'll stand here and talk shit for another half an hour. So yeah, until the next video comes out, which will be wiring, I think. Look after yourselves. Hit the like, share, comment, whatever. Alright, do something, please. Alright, and subscribe. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, subscribe. You never know, you might learn something, you might see something interesting. You might be able to have a laugh at me fumbling around in the garage like an idiot, talking to myself. Anyway, alright, till next time, look after yourselves, have a good one. See you.